Welcome back to Dan's Bar. Today it is Thanksgiving, which is a great holiday that started with us taking land from the Native Americans, and now we have all sorts of food that we're stuffing our face with, and unfortunately not seeing family, but digital family is better than going to see them and causing all sorts of other things. So, in any case, even though most people are having Thanksgiving from home or a more low-key spot, you're probably still going to be stuffing your face, because that's kind of what this holiday has turned into, family and stuffing your face. So what do you need at the end of a long meal of stuffing your face and overindulging and having all of the cocktails? Well, why not another cocktail? That's right! You can have another cocktail, and that cocktail is going to be one that finishes off your night, make sure everything is going to settle well, you'll sleep well, and not have any indigestive troubles the next day. So for that, what we want is something that's kind of strong, kind of spicy, has a lot of herbs. So we got the whole smorgasbord here. We got a Fernet Branca, which is all sorts of minty, herbal, just really intense, strong flavors. We've got Dr. McGillicuddy's, which is a really strong, potent menthol flavor. So again, all these kind of settling medicinal qualities to it. And then we're going to put a little bit of Amaro in here, and believe it or not, even though Amaro is usually going to be a bitter, in this case it's going to be the sweet aspect to this drink, because these two are intensely herbal, and Amaro, relatively speaking, is a little bit sweeter than the other two. So we're going to do about 2 parts Fernet, half to 1 part of McGillicuddy's, and then half to 1 part of Amaro. That's going to give us a really spicy, flavorful, medicinal drink. Pouring that over ice, sipping it at the end of your long day of drinking and eating, hopefully will settle your stomach and result in a much better next day. So, kicking this off with a bottle of Fernet that's almost gone, and I've only had it for 10 years-ish. So we're going to put about 1 full shot glass in here. And this is just because at the end of a long day drinking, you don't want that much, just enough to kind of settle the stomach and have something to sip on as you're lingering the last bits of conversation of the day. And maybe having the last bits of pie just to even out the edges. You know, you would never want to leave those edges uneven. So we got one of those. We'll put a little bit under half of a glass of Dr. McGillicuddy's, just to give us that really nice, strong menthol flavor. Even like seasickness, one of the things you can do is smelling a very strong flavor that can oftentimes settle your stomach because it's kind of a reset button. Same thing here, we got the strong botanicals, the strong mint flavors, and finishing off with the sweetness and the bitterness in our Amaro. Again, about the same amount of Amaro as we had of our McGillicuddy's strong mint liqueur. And if you have a creme de menthe, that would also work. You can maybe use more of that, so maybe 2 parts of the Fernet, 1 part to the creme de menthe, so a little bit more creamy. A little bit more of a dessert cocktail, because that creme de menthe would have more of that creaminess, more of the sweetness to it, but also really solid, just I didn't happen to have any around. It is also, I believe, called The Perfect Cocktail. It's from a book about a guy that does barbecue, and so you're eating massive amounts of meat in a meal. This is a way to settle the stomach after that too. So it kind of seems familiar for Thanksgiving. So we're just going to give this a little bit of a swirl, and this is going to be all we need to end our long day of overindulgence with another little indulgence. Ooh. 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 Mmm. Oh, the flavors just keep coming. There's a lot of intense flavors going on there. But honestly, if anything is going to be a medicinal thing to settle your stomach, it's going to be this combination. So I hope everyone has had a marvelous Thanksgiving, seeing families digitally, seeing people that you live with at home, eating all the good foods. Leftovers for that moist maker in your sandwich are coming up tomorrow, so be excited for leftovers. Until we meet again, stay safe. Cheers.